think one of the reasons it's difficult for people to feel like they can be a good storyteller, although everyone innately is a storyteller and telling stories all the time, is that we become conscious and self-conscious and therefore lose that connection to between the head and the heart and the passion that's behind the stories we hold. I was working with an executive recently who wanted to shift his relationship to his leadership team. And he was preparing his hour-long conference that he was going to be bringing in his top 100 leaders in the organization and putting together his traditional PowerPoint, which he did every 6 months. And I was encouraging him to leave the PowerPoint behind and perhaps bring more of himself into the meeting. And he looked like a deer in the headlights saying, I have nothing to say, or that's private, or I don't even know what would be appropriate or where the boundaries are. And so his own self-consciousness led him to even distance himself more from his stories. But through coaching and some time, we began to explore the early stories that led him to be in this position, in this company, and what were some of the early stories that helped him develop the values that informed his own leadership style and the vision and mission that he had established for this company. And you could see him disconnect from the self-consciousness of I'm telling a story to actually living in the story and feeling it and the passion rising through it. I encouraged him just to take a piece of this to even open the PowerPoint. What happened on the day of delivery was that he began as I had encouraged, but never got to the PowerPoint. He spent the whole hour actually unfolding this leadership journey that he had taken from the time he was a young boy and the influence of his parents and their values that led him through a series of work experiences and life experiences to now feel so strongly about the company he was in, the mission that they were living, and the value of the vision that he was hoping that they would join him in. By the end of his morning presentation, he had his 100 top leaders lining up to shake his hand, to talk with him in a way that they hadn't before, feeling his accessibility, his humanness, even the way that he had been forming the vision made sense to people, and they were on board. They were eager to participate, to join him in a way that he had not experienced before. For him, it was a life-changing moment in his own leadership journey to bring more of himself in through story. The first place he connected was to himself and his own story and what motivated, moved, challenged, sustained him in that. And then he was ready to bring it to others.